the second one is called In Dangerous Times by Ali Burns. So I hope you enjoy them. Come the time first, after 3. So, after 3, 1, 2, 3.
Come the time we lay down all our arms. Come the time we lay down all our arms. There'll be freedom, oh glory, there'll be peace across the land. On that day, sign me up. On that day, sign me up. On that day, sign me up. I'll be there. Come the time, creed and color find no name. Come the time, creed and color find no name. There'll be freedom, oh glory, there'll be peace across the land. On that day, sign me up. On that day, sign me up. On that day, sign me up. I'll be there. On the time we lay down all our arms. On the time we lay down all our arms. There'll be freedom, oh glory, there'll be peace across the land. On that day, sign me up. On that day, sign me up. On that day, sign me up. I'll be there.
After 3, In Dangerous Times.
In dangerous times, hold fast to courage. In dangerous times, hold fast to love and sing and rise above. In dangerous times, hold fast to love. In dangerous times, hold fast to courage. In dangerous times, hold fast to love and sing and rise above. In dangerous times, hold fast to love.
Copy the one from Nagasaki, and it's the peace declaration that was read on August the 6th by Hiroshima Mayor Kazumi Matsui. So, over.
Thank you. 80 years ago, Hiroshima was strewn with bodies, too damaged, very slow throat, to identify even their sex. One, Hibukasha, which is a survivor, ignored the many glass shards piercing the bodies to cremate her father with her own hands. Elsewhere, a young woman begged, "I don't care if I die, please, give me water." Decades later, a woman who heard that plea still regretted not giving the young woman water. She told herself that fighting for the elimination of nuclear weapons was the best she could do for those who died. Another Hibukarsha spent his life alone because the parents of the woman he loved refused to let her marry anyone exposed to the bomb. One Hibukarsha leader frequently reminded younger audiences, building a peaceful world without nuclear weapons will demand our never-give-up spirit. We have to talk and keep talking to people who hold opposing views. Today, conveying the ardent pleas for peace derived from Hibukarsha experiences is more crucial than ever. The United States and Russia still possess about 90% of the world's nuclear warheads. Russia's invasion of Ukraine and the chaos in the Middle East are accelerating military build-ups around the world. Feeling the pressure of this situation, policymakers in some countries even accept the idea that, quote, nuclear weapons are essential for national defense, unquote. These developments flagrantly disregard the lessons the international community should have learned from the tragedies of history. They threaten to topple the peace-building framework so many have worked so hard to construct. Despite the current turmoil at the nation-state level, we, the people, must never give up. Instead, we must work even harder to build civil society consensus that nuclear weapons must be abolished for a genuinely peaceful world. Our youth, the leaders of future generations, must recognise that misguided policies regarding military spending, national security and nuclear weapons could bring utterly inhumane consequences. Policymakers around the world, can you not see that security policies derived from narrow self-interest are fomenting international conflict? Nations now strengthening their military forces, some including nuclear arsenals, must engage constructively in talks aimed at abandoning reliance on nuclear weapons. Please, visit Hiroshima. Witness with your own eyes what an atomic bombing does. Take to heart the peaceful spirit of Hiroshima, then begin immediately discussing a security framework based on trust through dialogue. As President of Mayors for Peace, and Hebden Roy is a member of that, I'm proud to say, already the world's largest network of peace cities and still growing, the city of Hiroshima will collaborate with more than 8,500 member cities worldwide to instill the culture of peace, which stands in firm opposition to military force. At this peace memorial ceremony, marking 80 years since the atomic bombing, we offer our heartfelt condolences to the souls of the victims of the atomic bombings. We renew our determination to work together with Nagasaki and with like-minded people around the world to reach humanity's long-sought goal, the abolition of nuclear weapons leading to world peace. Thank you.
I can't see just at the moment. Who's going to tell us about the current situation?
Welcome everybody, it's great to see so many people. This is the 80th anniversary. We come together in love and peace, and as always, determination. But this year, I feel we represent a growing sense of anger. Anger that we still live in a world where these weapons, as you've just heard the impacts of, are produced, they're stockpiled and they're patrolled around the globe. An anger that while billions can be pumped into a nuclear weapon system, health systems are crumbling under the impact of the pandemic and other things. Economies are falling apart, hundreds of thousands of people are dying needlessly, and on top of that, the impacts of climate change are devastating entire regions. Not only is our government spending $205 billion at the last count on replacing Trident nuclear weapons system, but they're preparing to host once again US nuclear weapons, American nuclear weapons. As many people here might have been involved in the protest, we managed to get rid of American nuclear weapons from Greenham Common a generation ago, and now we're having to fight to keep them out all over again. And if that wasn't bad enough, Keir Starmer recently announced that Britain will be procuring jets that are capable of carrying more usable nuclear warheads. More usable nuclear warheads, just let that sink in. And that nuclear warheads. At least there was something in the idea that no leader would ever be able to press that button. because each warhead in the Trident system is 8 times more powerful than that which destroyed Nagasaki. Using one of these would quite possibly have prompted a nuclear war that could end the world. It's just morally repugnant as well as increasingly dangerous to plan for a usable nuclear weapon, which would still be a war crime in that it can't possibly distinguish between civilians and military, and radiation poisoning that would result can impact the babies that aren't yet born. We're in a crucial position today, and it seems increasingly difficult to find hope. Well, it is for me, anyway. Israel, another nuclear-armed state, is wreaking havoc in the Middle East, committing ethnic cleansing and genocide while the world seems to just look on. Nuclear rhetoric around the war in Ukraine has ramped up tensions with Russia, and tensions also arise with China. The conflict continues to kill thousands in Yemen, Sudan and elsewhere. However, we can take heart from the fact that the majority of people in the world and their governments support an international ban on nuclear weapons. Global governments could choose to put money into arms control and peace-building initiatives rather than defence and war spending. Offence, really, isn't it? The new United Nations Treaty banning nuclear weapons was adopted in 2021, and dozens of countries have already signed it, but the UK government is still refusing. CND is involved in building grassroots support for that treaty. 9 countries in the world have nuclear weapons. That means almost 200 do not. Calderdale CND is campaigning for Britain to join the global majority and get rid of its nuclear weapons as a step towards a nuclear-free and more peaceful world, which I'm sure everybody will agree it's really about time we did.
By Stuart Randolph. Not so much a handy weapon used in our self-defence, more an albatross around our necks and kept at our expense. Not, in fact, the nation's saviour bringing peace forevermore, but the cause of endless envy building up to all-out war. Not at all a smart invention guaranteed to keep the peace, but a deadly time bomb ticking, legal toxins to release. Not indeed a useful option as goodwill we hope to spread, but a devilish loaded pistol held against mankind's own head. Not in truth a safe deterrent, as they'd like us to believe, but a foolish status symbol in a world of make-believe. Let us send the whole lot packing, have the flags of peace unfurled, drop the nuclear delusion, ban the bomb and leave the world.
Where the atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima, and most of her neighbours died, but she wasn't injured at all, at least not in any way that was visible. When she was 10, she was ill and was diagnosed with leukemia, the A-bomb disease. There was a very low survival rate for this disease, and she was scared. When she was in hospital, her best friend Shizuku came to visit, and Shizuku brought some origami folding paper, and she told Sadako of a legend. She explained that the crane, a sacred bird in Japan, lives for 100 years, and if a sick person folds 1,000 paper...